Get excited, my loves. It looks like someone's getting some bad karma. Okay. But this is good news for you. Okay, because I feel like someone is learning a very serious lesson about manipulating. Okay, especially manipulating in the spiritual realm. Whatever time that you have taken to yourself or you're currently taking, whatever negativity, stress, all of that's about to be gone. You're going to feel extremely improved. Like your health is improving, your well-being is improving. Something about insomnia is getting better. If you were having insomnia, if you were constantly up at certain hours of the night, feeling as if someone was pulling on you, tugging on you, whether this be spiritually, mentally, or emotionally, I feel like you're recovering from that. And you're coming out stronger, better, wiser, faster. And I get this. I think that you are accepting that where you are spiritually, mentally, physically, it's giving me more mentally, like the level of intellect that you have, who you are as an individual. No one could be on your level. Okay. Or maybe you're deciding, wow, no one could be on your level. No one could do what you do. Leadership. Take charge of this situation. Yeah, if you want some shit done, you got to do it yourself. If you want to stop something, you got to quit by yourself. If you want to change something, you got to be willing to do what's necessary to make those changes. If you want to go after something, you got to take it. So I feel like whatever prior subscription you used to subscribe to, belief system, you rejected it. You're like, nope, I'm okay. I feel like somebody wanted you to, they were trying to send you these subliminal messages that you guys are supposed to be these eternal lovers. You guys are supposed to be soulmates and together for all times. And so this person was trying to constantly tap into you. Crystals in reverse. Like tap into you, communicate to you through the psyche, the spiritual realm, the 5D, psychically. This is definitely with amethyst energy. This is communicating psychically. Okay. And to channel through you for themselves, to program you to their receptive energy. It's like putting you on their frequency, their time. But this entire frequency is one that they generated. They created this frequency. It's not yours, it's theirs. Okay. And they wanted you to live on this frequency in this realm and be lost in space, lost in time with them. Like their layer. And so I feel like that connection that they had with you has been severed. Ain't no if and buts about it. It's been severed. And this person knows that you know that they were trying to manipulate you into wanting to be in a relationship. So if you were someone that, let's say you just wanted to be single and you wanted to be unbothered and you wanted to live your life, and maybe you wanted to change your sexuality. Maybe you wanted to change whatever. It seems like you're happier being who you are. And they try to create setbacks and roadblocks to make you feel like God or a higher power is telling you that you must go down this narrow path, that you must choose this for yourself, because that's what life is about. That's what the whole purpose of being here is for, is to have eternal love. And you could be eternally in love with yourself. It's giving me Queen Elizabeth. You know how in that time she was pretty much like they didn't want her to be queen, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And she never married. Okay, so those are two strong political expectations that she didn't participate in. She didn't marry, and she was a female leader. Those two things changed the entire perspective. I mean, it may not have changed it permanently, but it proved that it's possible and it can be done. And I feel like you're giving that Queen Elizabeth energy, where it's like, no, I can have lovers. I can have relations with people and not have to be married. I can, I'm sure she got her rocks off. I'm sure she had concubine. But at the end of the day, to tell her that she couldn't be king because she didn't have a dangling in between her legs, and to tell her that she had to marry in order for other countries to respect her, she said no. So there's that. Where's my deck? Hold on. So let's see what channel messages. What channel messages do you have for my viewers? Those that are ready to receive this message. Those that this message is meant for. What channel message do you have for? What channel message? We have the Sacred Temple. Family at the bottom of the deck. So you're the first in your family to do this. So let's say you come from a family where everybody stays in a relationship because they want to keep the family together and they never break up. You may be the first in your family to go the opposite way. Break up, quit. Let's say you come from a family where you're typically married by a certain age. This is saying like you ain't married by a certain age. It just seems like whatever the norm is, you're not normal. I'm hearing Norma Bates Hotel. This is your destiny. This is your calling. This is your destiny. Okay, some of you guys are going to give birth to a child and raise this child by yourself. And this child will be a leader. And this child will be a blessing to you. All right, this child is going to give you some type of strength or courage. You can give birth to a Leo, all right, a Leo child, but it's like this child is supposed to give you strength and like the courage that you need. You could have twins. The healing light, the honoring path. Some of you guys, your honoring path is to raise a leader. Where it's not about you, but it's about opening doors for the next generation. Is what I'm getting. So you're going to give birth to a star, or you're going to give birth to a child that's supposed to be in the spotlight. And this child wants to incarnate with you being free of a lot of limited belief systems. And a lot of those limited belief systems would be connected to karmic relationships, external forces, changes that you have to make, quitting certain habits. I think you and the universe is going half and half on a baby. For some of you, the person that you're meant to be with, I do see a person in your energy, okay? But there's phases to this relationship, okay? And I feel like the phases to this relationship is all around a descendant incarnating through you and this person's bloodline, okay? Whether y'all physically marry or don't physically marry, all of that is irrelevant. The most important part is that this child is born out of love. It may also be born out of wedlock, okay, like Jon Snow. And so you may not be happy about this change. It may be unpredictable. You may not have been expecting it, or the person that you may end up having a child with is not expecting to have a child at all. This child is meant to experience love. Okay, even if you are not with that child's parent, they are meant to experience love. Now, what I do see here is there's a belief system that I do feel like you're debunking, which is that a child can't get all your love if you are trying to save the whole world. So let's say this person grew up in a religion where preacher kid, or a part of just any type of religion or belief system where they have a belief system. I said it twice, right? They have a belief system that the preacher is able to help everybody and their mama, but their own kids be fucked up. Get what I'm saying? Or parents will be so celebrities will be so successful in their lives, but their children be emotionally damaged, because that's like the caveat or the karma for wanting that fame, wanting that it's not really wanting the fame, but it's a byproduct of it. The fame, the recognition, all those things are byproducts. It's going to come with it. And so it's like, this is a byproduct of what comes with the sacrifice of not being available 24/7. And so on some level, I feel like this person may have been trying to convince you indirectly to want or desire to have a relationship where you put down your own, like, helping the world, healing the world, and invest it all into that child. There's something about that. So that child feels love and has that like they know that they're loved. But then there's also a byproduct of convincing someone. This is what spirit needs someone to understand, you or the other person. When you try to convince someone that the life that you envision works best, like you have, like, you know what it takes to make a successful child or to make a successful household dynamic, you run into a Will and Jada type of situation, right? And if we just analyze that for a second, we have someone that verbally said, I wanted to give Jada everything that she could have ever wanted. Jada had a career as being an actress or whatever, free spirited. It was something about Jada that Will liked, right? However, his desire, which he said himself, to, want to put her on this pedestal and she be home with the kids and she give all the love to that dynamic. And he's like, I got us. I'm going to make sure we're good. He didn't realize that he's taken his trauma from what didn't work in his household when he was growing up, and he's saying, I got the remedy. I know what it takes to make something successful. And all I got to do is convince that person. All I got to do is persuade them. And if they said yes, I don't feel bad because they wanted it, right? But were you ever listening, or were you listening to respond? Because under no circumstances is it saying that those things can't work. But when you want something and you place this stigma of like, this is what is required for us to have that, that's not love. Because you're asking someone to quit their destiny. You're asking someone to believe that this is the best way. And with that Elizabeth energy, this is pretty much saying, like, no, I believe that I'm meant to be a leader. I believe that I not only you're meant, it's like a person that feels like they're meant to break that stigma. You know how I said Queen Elizabeth was breaking a stigma of being a masculine leader and an unwed masculine leader. So in this dynamic, I feel like you would be breaking the stigma of anyone that wants to heal the world or share their light with more than just your immediate family, that you have to sacrifice your children, or you have to sacrifice the love in that relationship. I don't think that's the case. I feel like your light is so bright, your spirit is so luminous, that it actually is meant to do the opposite. The children would be stronger for it. You get what I'm saying? The people closest to them will be more empowered. They would look up to that person in a space of honor, like, which goes against the perception of whatever you experienced growing up. You were this person. And what separates them from every other person that did it and did it their way is because it's like all the glory belongs to you, not them. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's so selfless to the point where it transcends time and space. It's really divine love. Because every person that sees this person, touches this person, experiences this person, will have an encounter with a higher power. Now that could be very scary, right? It is scary to be in a relationship with someone. It can be to be in a relationship with someone that is all seeing, all knowing, all wise, whatever. To be with someone like that, it can be very scary, but that doesn't mean it's not possible, and that doesn't mean that it won't happen. What it's saying is you're trying to place limited belief systems on the capacity of spirit and how the spirit moves through time and space. You would have to believe that whatever childhood you had, it was a mistake and it shouldn't have happened, and that you went through it to change the future, versus accepting that phase of existence was always destined to fated to happen that way, and that there's nothing to change just because it happened like that. Your belief that it's going to happen again, the spell that's actually been casted over you is that the sins of those people is supposed to affect you, but the fact that you view it as a sin makes you wield a sense of perfectionism over yourself that doesn't need to be there. It's an unnecessary crucifix to bear. And so this has to be healed within you. Whoever the person is that feels like they believe that you can't have both, that you got to choose one or the other. That's a healing opportunity for you to work on. Okay, a sense of awareness, awakening that you're meant to have. Versus feeling like, oh, you just rejected me because I wasn't good enough. If someone rejects you, it's because your energy is restricting their light from flowing illuminately. Like you're pretty much, your fear of not being able to protect them, you've already determined that you're incapable of protecting them. And then what purpose do you serve that mystic? You see what I'm saying? Like you can't really, what's keeping you from having it is the fact that you believe that this is the path where people are martyrs in. This is the path where I just want to protect you. Who are you afraid of? What you afraid of? And so you turn yourself, whoever feels like that turns themselves into an unhealthy connection to have. And that's not even how it's supposed to be destined to be. You're supposed to be I don't even know yet. I feel like you're supposed to be the most consistent person in this person's life. They're supposed to be the most consistent person in your life. And if your destiny is to walk this sacred path, okay, and to bond in the spirit and not in the flesh, then it's going to take a really confident person to say, I'm going to love you 10 toes down, regardless of if we have a ring or not, regardless if we're not, because we're bonded in the spirit, right? It's going to take a very confident person to say, to know there's no competition between the two of you. It's like whoever's that skeptic is allowing fear to manifest between the two of you. And fear is the absence of love. So when you say, I just don't want this to happen, you're being a host for fear to get close to this person. See? What you just don't want. Fuck what you seen, fuck what you heard, fuck what you know about the system, fuck what you don't know about the industry, fuck what you do, you don't, and how you seen other people fall. Let all that shit go. You overanalyzing it, you overthinking it, you manifesting horrible things onto your own lover by being a vessel for fear and worry and doubt and skepticism. Like, nah. Now, when you accept that this is your destiny, when whoever this person is accept that this is their destiny, you'll be able to communicate differently. So I feel like this person is saying they don't like the side that it brings out of you, but you will be the necessary energy and communication that you need to be with your person. When the energy shift, you shift. I don't think this person was seeing that. Yeah, because we have the hangman energy. So the time it takes for this person to get that enlightenment as to why you are the way that you are, is because they're trying to pull you down to a codependent version of yourself, and that's not who you're meant to be in this elevated season. And the fact that you know that they're doing it, it's like, I have this opinion, I have this perspective of what I feel a sacred path or a sacred person should look like. And so, because this is what an angel looks like to me, I want you to look like this, talk like this, behave like this. This is the version that I want. That's the spiritual message that this person sends you. And then you hear, well, you're asking me to be something that I'm not. You're asking me to lower my vibration and step into a frequency of codependency. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse is someone that is needy, codependent for the bare minimums of life, existence in the material realm. When your spirit is elevating your higher self, you are on a frequency that's above the flesh. So first, this person needs you to desire a material reality. Then this person needs you to desire, they need you to start to believe that this is what that higher path, this is what your purpose is meant to be. This is how you're meant to exist. This is what God wants for you. So now this person is prophesying into your life their own agenda. But they don't see that though. They see it as, well, there's a way to say things and there's tact and X, Y, and Z. You already learned that. Telling someone how they should conduct themselves and speak and how they should present themselves is for people that need to be taught that. The Queen of Swords in reverse is pretty much saying, I've already learned that. I already know why that's a necessary thing to tell a person in certain experiences, in certain life experiences. I have the intellect and the wisdom necessary that has taught me everything that I need to know. So I communicate based off of the creature that I'm speaking to. Does not when does not an angel take many forms? If an angel was to come and talk to you, they would take on a body, right? To communicate to you, to look like you, to speak like you, to talk like you. So you can receive whatever message the divine has for you. They're not gonna come and talk to you in English and you speak Spanish. Think about that shit. It's a contradiction to the premise of the entire argument. That's a debunking situation, just right there. So if a person speaks Lebanese, you need to go speak Lebanese. You see what I'm saying? If a person speaks niggerdom, you need to go speak niggerdom. That is what intellect is. Knowing how to communicate so that the receiver can receive with the message that they need to receive. It ain't ever personal. It's always on purpose. But so when a person places these stigmas like, oh, you only talk like this because you've been hurt. Or, oh, you only do like that because of your upbringing. Or, oh, you only do this because you didn't grow up in his home or that home. And so this is the product of what that environment like. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're trauma bonding. You got some issues in your childhood. You feel like some things happened that shouldn't have happened. And so you're constantly still trying to rewrite the past. And you're fucking up in the present. And you damn sure ain't prepared for the future. So what does that do? It conjures up fear. I want to protect you and I want to love you. So I want to teach you and groom you and recondition you on how you should behave and how you should manage because of what's acceptable to society. To fit a status quo. Who told you that you were here to fit a status quo? Or are you here to change the status quo? You got to know the difference. These are saying people don't be knowing. And maybe if you stop trying to, whoever this person is, stop trying to figure out what your destiny is and stop trying to figure out how it's supposed to look and how it's supposed to be how it's supposed to be pleasing to people, they will come around to figure out that you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. The hell? People try to make docile, turn feminine energies into being docile creatures. Listen, you go over there to all them other countries, I can guarantee you, the most revered archetype is always the feminine. Asian culture, they throwing shoes and flip-flops at niggas' heads. And they ducking and dodging. And they all sit at the table at the end of the day. You have no idea just how limited these belief systems really go. Oh, that's abuse. You have no idea. Sometimes a person needs to be hit in the head with a shoe. Okay. So it's a part of your destiny right now. If you are experiencing any type of pitfalls, 6 of Wands, a decline, finances, decline in recognition, decline in anything in life, it is not a coincidence. It is not a mistake. Okay. Character is being built. Your ability to go through and weather the storms, your masculine ability is being crafted. Okay. And so, yes, you will have some of those that saying, yeah, that's why you're falling, because you don't know how to talk to a man. You don't know how to talk to dick. You don't know how to talk to that. You don't know how to stroke with ego. You don't know how to do that. Well, I mean, if that's what you was looking for, go get you one. Look at it. Look at the little condescending facial expression. Be humble. Sit down. 10 of Swords. It'd be the person, right? It'd be the person that claimed to love you the most. One thing about, okay, y'all gotta read the book Green Eyes. One thing about Green Eyes, that's what I heard. You gotta read the book. I never read it. It just sounds like you should read it. Okay, I don't know. It just sounds like you should read it. I don't read at all. And for those whoever said I could tell, you are absolutely right. You know how to read that. You know how to clock that. But you still can't read like me though. You read books. I read energy. You and me are not the same. I know you want to be. That's okay, though. It's okay to know your position and know your status in life. You and me are not the same. Oh my God. Everyone to make you so, they be trying to trigger you. You gotta want something first. You gotta be something that a nigga want. Half of y'all niggas people don't even want. Where the honoring path at? Juju, give me the card. Cause they got bad juju on them. I went out and got a dog and named him Juju just for y'all bad juju ass niggas. Y'all need some loving. Juju, pass me that card. Yeah. It's not at all. See, Jupiter is my husband. Jupiter is, put y'all on some, you want some real tea. Okay, Jupiter is your spouse. And Jupiter is my spouse. And you see where he is? He right here on the leash where he's supposed to be. Between my legs. Underneath me. Because I ride the rodeo. It's my motherfucking show. The honoring path. Then when I let the damn dogs out, they don't know how to act. So it's intentional. Intentional. Never failing. I'm a fucking God around here. I'm a creator. Because all things are always going to work out for my good. It's in me. It ain't on me. Okay, the Hermit. I'm telling you. This is some hating ass shit, y'all. I mean, I ain't even gonna hold you. Okay. First, let me tell you why this card had to fall. It fell when I pulled the card earlier. It was upright. It fell no. When I pulled the card out, it came out in reverse. When it fell, Jupiter gave it to me and put it upright. So loyalty is when a person adjusts your crown. Don't be going over there. You see someone's wig showing and you like, oh my God, look at your wig, it's showing. No. Bring a bonnet. Okay. Bring some Gorilla Glue. Bring whatever is necessary. Tape that shit back together. But don't be up close to someone trying to tell them, oh, that's why you're failing. That's why you're this. That's why you're that. No. The Hermit energy is pretty much saying you could never. In reverse, you could never. And so they trying to convince you. Listen, I'm going to hype you up. They trying to convince you that you going down. You going down. Listen, unless they eat carpet, they need to get their shit together. Because all I see is a bunch of carpet munchers that are having a problem accepting that your shit grow in abundance. Get the vacuum. There's a bunch of hating ass bitches. That's all I see. But the crazy part about it is the hating ass bitches is coming from both genders. Damn. The ones that couldn't get you and the ones that want to be you. They both hating at the same damn time. And then having the audacity to say, that's why I can't be with nobody like you. That's why I can't listen to no one like you. If you start people pleasing, if you start trying to curtsy and tell the people what they want to hear, I can guarantee you're going to get off your honoring path. You're going to get off your life purpose shit. You're going to get off of the path that you're supposed to be on. If they feel some type of way, great. That's exactly how they're supposed to feel. If they feel like you are the problem with the world today, great. Now, this ain't for everybody, but you got to feel it in your spirit, and you got to know that this is the lane that you were put in. This is the trail you're supposed to blaze, and can't let no woman or no man knock you off your glory. Okay? That's it. That's all. Here's your closing message. Because they will try you. They will. They already trying it. I can help you get past this rough patch. Nigga, you're balding. You're a landing strip. Fuck you, me. Bitterness, resentment, anger, hurtful words. How dare TT say this? Well, somebody got to talk to your hopeless ass. Someone got to talk to you in the way you need to be spoken to, because somebody around you ain't doing their job. Okay? Now come on over here and get this loving and get out my face. Bye.